In late February 2026, a massive U.S.-Israeli strike hit Iran, instantly shutting down the Strait of Hormuz and choking off a fifth of global energy. Retaliatory rockets immediately struck Qatar's Ras Laffan facility. Qatar Energy was forced to declare force majeure, a legal clause freeing them from contract obligations due to an unavoidable catastrophe, instantly freezing the largest gas processing complex on Earth. 2,000 kilometers away in Damascus, lines for fuel stretched for kilometers. Demand spiked by 300% in a matter of hours as panic buying set in. Not a single missile hit Syrian soil. A localized military conflict instantly paralyzed a nation, completely removed from the fighting. Geographic distance offers zero protection when a country relies on globalized energy supply chains. To understand exactly how the Syrian grid broke so fast, we have to look at the engineering math right before the crisis hit. This chart shows the national network's stark reality. Syria requires 9,500 megawatts to function normally, but actual generation barely scrapes 1,800 megawatts. Under perfect conditions, that meager output means citizens get electricity for only 2 to 4 hours a day. Add to that an aging network that bleeds 30 to 40% of its power through technical decay and transmission loss. There is absolutely no buffer left in the system. A grid built this poorly doesn't require a direct kinetic attack to collapse. Interrupting its fragile diet of fuel guarantees a total blackout. The primary fuel keeping those lights on is liquefied natural gas, or LNG, supercooled for maritime transport. It travels from Qatar to Jordan's port of Aqaba, where it's fed into a pipeline pushing into southern Syria. When missiles hit Qatar, that maritime-to-land transfer point in Jordan was instantly starved of supply. Overnight, 400 megawatts of generation simply vanished from the Syrian grid. For a civilian surviving on a 3-hour daily ration, losing 400 megawatts shaves nearly another full hour off their supply. Importing gas through a land pipe provides a false sense of security, if the gas inside it relies entirely on highly vulnerable maritime shipping routes. The second point of failure is oil. Because domestic pumps cannot meet demand, Damascus is forced to import 70,000 to 110,000 barrels of oil every single day just to keep basic systems running. When the conflict erupted, global markets panicked. The price of Brent crude oil surged past $100, peaking at nearly $119 a barrel. Then came the hidden tax of maritime logistics. Insurance premiums for vessels entering the Gulf spiked from 0.2% to 1.5% in a matter of days. For Damascus, those global market ripples translated into an unplannable $41 million added directly to the monthly import bill. The Syrian electricity sector already operates at a $2 billion annual deficit. Absorbing this sudden premium is mathematically impossible. When a state with depleted reserves faces a massive, sudden spike in global energy and shipping costs, the government simply stops importing, and the nation stops moving. When the state grid fails completely, citizens and businesses are forced to fall back on private, decentralized diesel generators. This graph illustrates the catastrophic financial reality on the ground. The cost of electricity from these private generators has skyrocketed to a staggering $1.10 per kilowatt-hour, dwarfing standard global energy prices. That massive price tag infects the broader economy immediately, multiplying the cost of commercial transport, factory production, and basic food items like bread. To pay for these exorbitant fuel costs, the market scrambles for foreign currency. That massive demand crushes the already weakened Syrian lira. An energy shortage in a fragile state acts directly as an engine for rapid, uncontrollable hyperinflation, destroying whatever purchasing power the citizens have left. The government has proposed a long-term escape hatch, signing ambitious agreements for 5 gigawatts of new solar and wind power. But right now, renewables make up a microscopic 0.4% of the national grid. The reality on the ground is fragmented and incredibly small scale. Scaling that up faces massive upfront capital costs, a decaying national grid incapable of integrating new power sources, and widespread poverty that blocks implementation during an active crisis. The most likely near-term scenario is a prolonged period of regional tension, where Syria must survive on a fractured, highly expensive, and decentralized energy model. Geographic distance from a war zone is irrelevant if critical infrastructure is tethered to global lifelines. True national security requires localized resilience, not just foreign pipelines.